Hi there guys, my name is Jay Moore. Today we're recording some footage that I did on, what was it, Tuesday? No, it was Monday. Monday I went on Voobly and I decided to play some Age of Empires. And so I went on Voobly, played some Age of Empires, and I was able to download the video of me playing Age of Empires. So I figured I'd post it up here for you guys all to view how I played my game and how I do my strategy. I can do very fast feudal, and that's my thing. Is I like to go into a very fast feudal, into a fast castle, and try to end it. I like to try to end it before castle because after castle, and when I get into imp, I kind of fall apart. So in this video, I'm playing a guy from Argentina, and I'm Spanish, as you can see in the blue. And I started out very simple, starting to navigate. Luckily, the map was all, viewed and explored, so I'm able to find my sheep very easily without having to navigate the map for, certain supplies. So that was my biggest problem about all that. So as we venture on, this is a Black Forest map, and as known as BF, you can tell that the first thing you want to do is you want to start walling right here. This is the very first thing in any BF game you play. They call it BF instead of Black Forest. These are short terms. As you can see, he beat me to the wall, and I know that because it showed up because I wanted to place my palisade there. And if you do not wall in BF, you will be a very sad person. So that was a huge factor. I don't want to turn the game volume there. Right. That way that's not overbearingly loud. And as you can see, I have to bring over my villager because I did not research the loot yet. Luckily, my villager barely survives with the help of my scout. And now I know that enemy has built up their one palisade wall, and as you can see, going to double palisade. And as I'm walling over there right now, I'm having one villager gather wood because that's what I need to do, and then I have all my other villagers on my sheep trying to gather food. I have my other villager over here. Of course, I have to have one villager idle over here, just building a wall, make sure. And as I come across, I realized that one palisade sometimes isn't enough, so double palisading is a very good option. You're just being a little bit safer, and when double palisading, you gotta make sure you all the way okay. And I made sure I got mine all the way across. So as you can see, I kind of got sloppy with my one little sheep over here. I got him a little bit away from the town center. That delays me a little bit time on my food gathering, and somehow this dude comes over here, and he gets on the sheep, and as you can see, I moved my sheep away so that I can prevent that from happening. I played in Spanish. I'm playing against the Chinese, and I didn't have a very good start at all, really. Chinese has the bonus of the extra couple villagers compared to the Spanish, but the cool thing about the Spanish is they have an amazing castle. As you see, you'll see how the game progresses as we go. And I put one sheep under here, and the reason I put one sheep there, guys, so that when they get done with this one sheep right here, I will have the access to go. As you can see, they kill that sheep, and then I'm building another house because right now I have 9 out of 10. I realized that, and unfortunately, a couple seconds on my build. Very unfortunate. I also built a barracks over here, just in case the enemy player wanted to try to do a rush, or as people call it, a drush. Build a couple militia units, try to rush the player. It's very useful in maps, but I just wanted to be safe on the safe side. Do that because this is only my second game ever on Voobly, and I didn't know. And second game, honestly, AOE competitive at all, and I wanted to make sure I was being as safe as possible. So I'm not a noob player, but I do have experience. But playing against others is not. I haven't really had any experience playing against others. I played Age of Empires ever since I was a child, and I'm very good at it. Just trying to play against other people is very complicated. And as you can see, I'm building another house. I want to pump out villagers, get villas going. So that's my main goal. You guys always want to be constantly building villagers. Never stop building villagers. So you get to a point where you're very confident, where you have like 50, 60, 70, possibly 80 bills. As you can see, I really screwed up there. I realized that after I killed the sheep, and unfortunately I had to wait to get my sheep. And it's out there, so that delayed me a couple seconds. And I did research looms, so giving me that loom ability is a very helpful thing. As you can see over here, the reason about this house here is, guys, before you ever grab your boar, make sure you always build a house down to give you that extra 5 pop just in case you're building villas. Also, it helps to, sometimes the boar will run in front of the house and it will get delayed. That's a big factor too. And as you can see, I have all my other villagers here waiting for to come back. If you guys want to get good feudal times and good times and period, or get up fast, you guys have to lure boars. That's the main thing in AOEs. You gotta lure boars, and not the easiest thing to do, but getting the loom upgrade is huge. As you can see, I always put my villager when I'm as you saw when I was luring my villager and my boar away to get back to my team, I made my villager go in the place so it would reset the boar to walk away, but as I attacked with the other ones, it basically went back. That was a big strategy in my part. And as you can see, I'm just having my scout right here. There's no reason to explore any of the map because I can see all the map right here. And as I can tell, that the enemy player right here got one of his boars. If he would have looked across the map, he could see that I got my boar really close, which I don't know whether he did or not. As you can see, guys, again, this is probably where you'll see the boar and the house play out. And I'm building this house very effectively. I got my other villagers waiting. I have 2 on sheep. And see, that delayed a little bit seconds, so I could get, a good 2-3 shots on the boar, make it a little bit easier for my villagers to take it down. And this time I'm trying to get a more effective way of getting my boar into my teeth. I'm getting a little bit closer, as you can see, and I kill it right there, and it's right under my TC, perfect, because then I can go for that quick food gathering. I got a good amount of source of food right here. I got 1 sheep left. Then I throw down my wood stock after I get 100. So I usually get my pop with about 25 or 30 in the Dark Age. And sometimes before you advance, guys, you want to have at least anywhere from 18, 19 to 20, 25 vills. At least that many. Because if you go up very quickly with only 10 or 12 vills, your feudal age, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle hardcore. So make sure that you have your buildings up and ready, so just do not struggle. The biggest part about this game is you got to make sure that you're staying on top of things. You can't let things get underhand, and unfortunately things like that happen. And make sure you always have at least 5 or 6, 7 vills on wood, always on wood. Make sure you get that good supply of wood coming in. And as you can see, I raised those 2 vills because I had 20 vills. I realized, well, I got 20 vills here, I might as well go up. Try to beat my opponent to that age. And as of course, you can look down here at the score, guys. He does have a higher score than me, but that is expected when facing a Chinese player. He should have the higher score. He should never, as a Chinese player, be below the other one. As you can see right here, I'm going to go straight for gathering gold. I want to get gold. I want to try to get to that I want to try to get that fast castle. I realized, in BF, one of those maps where, it's pretty much a rush to the castle age. Who can get to the fastest castle? Who can pop up a castle? Who can get units going out? That's the main thing in BF, guys. That's the main thing for me, at least. That's the way I see Black Forest playing out as. Is you gotta have that access of, alright, we gotta get to the castle age as fast as possible. Don't, it can kind of hurt you. And right now I'm just moving these villagers around, as you can see, just to waste time to get, possible wood stock up. That way you can build a farm. Always start building farms right off the bat, guys. Just have 2 or 3 farms going. Unfortunately, I was dumb and wasn't smart enough to put my houses a little bit back. So unfortunately, I can't build 2 farms right here, so that stinks. Basically 2 farms right there. Farms have 175 food. This is 175 food loss every time that I didn't build those houses back. But I'm not going to delete them because I already have them. Why not? I'm up to the feudal age first, guys. Getting to feudal age is huge. The other player, if you are falling behind and you're not in the feudal age yet, kinda terrible. I think I had like a 13-second time for feudal, so it's kind of fast, but it wasn't fast. It was like 13 minutes, 14 minutes, somewhere in there. So it wasn't too bad. I can do fast feudal about 8, 7. I've done a fast feudal for 6 minutes. I'll have a video describing how to do fast feudal and stuff. That way, if you guys want to see that kind of stuff. And right now, I'm grabbing that gold to get those units. And I'm building stone wall. You guys get to the fuel age, make sure you get a palisade wall, and then you get a stone wall behind it. And the reason I'm saying this, guys, is because if you do not put, you only put palisade walls, you do not put a stone wall behind, they will like basically do fast rush on you, and they'll use they'll use like 5 nights, and they're already through. Can't do nothing. By the time you get a villager there, they've already broken down 2 palisades. It's chaos by that point. So make sure you at least get 1 or 2 walls up behind your palisade walls, so we have the way you have 3 walls of reinforcements. I know it sounds stupid, it's kind of a waste of stone, guys, but being guaranteed that you have the 1800 hit point wall compared to a 250 hit wall is, especially when knights do 10 damage. That's huge. And as you can see over here, I'm already starting to gather stone, because when I go up, I'm going to try to do a fast castle, and basically not really super duper fast castle, but it's a fast enough castle that where I can do a very effective castle drop in a certain location. You guys can see that, and as you can see, I'm dropping another stone wall, double stone walling, double protection, just in case they beat me to castle age and they get a ram. They're already starting to go to town. See, guys, I'm busting out more farms over here. I have a good amount of wood workers. You want to at least have 6, 7 wood workers. A couple guys on gold, about 4. And I have about 3 on stone, so not bad. I'm building more houses as I go. So, not much really to say over here, guys. I'm gathering my berries. So, that's pretty much it. Normal Age of Empire stuff. I'm still building villagers, even though I have 0 army right now. And as you can see right down here, I have 1 cavalry unit. I have I have all those villagers right there, guys. So, having that, you guys gotta have villagers. Have to have a lot of villagers in order to maintain an effective army. Biggest thing, that I struggle with, maintaining a good amount of villagers, but also maintaining the army. It's just something you guys gotta practice with. And I'm putting more workers on wood, because I realize that I'm gonna have to drop down at least a blacksmith, or in a market, or a something. I have to drop down 2 feudal buildings in order to get up to castle age. Most of the time, people like to do blacksmith market. Some people do archery, blacksmith. You always want to at least have blacksmith. Make sure you always drop down a blacksmith. If you drop down that blacksmith, you can at least get the upgrades for your units. That's the biggest one. The other buildings are really debatable. If you guys want to do archer range, that's kind of okay. It depends if you have an archer civ. Britons, I would do blacksmith archer range, because you guys have the archer range. You guys you want to pump up those archers because Brits get a bonus on archers. If you're Franks, you're gonna want to do stable blacksmith. Reason being is because you get those knights. But yeah, as Franks, you're gonna want to do only knights. You want to get those eventually to paladins, and they'll be effective. As the Spanish, it's a little bit tougher to decide what you want to do, because their tech trees, it has a very good vast variety of things, but pretty much want to decide on one thing that you want to do. And in this one, I decided, the exact one thing I wanted to do, and I did it very effectively. And I highly suggest the way what units I used for match is very effective. As you can see, I dropped down a 2nd lumber camp. So I want to get lumber going, guys. I want to get as many farms as I can, because after you pretty much get past the Dark Age and the fuel, I'm not going to go all the way out here for 3 boars. Yeah, that's a lot of food, guys. It's what? 340 food. It's not worth it, though. I got 3 deer over here. It's not really worth it. And those berries, not enough berries over here to push you the castle age and effectively maintain a good castle age. So farms are going to be your best way to live food, so just pump out as many farms as you can. It sounds stupid, but also make sure you have a good supply of lumberjacks. I have 14 lumberjacks, 10 farmers. That's a good balance of units, on stuff. I I have 4 miners over here, gold miners, and I have 3 stone miners. I'm effectively collecting gold, so I'm making sure I keep that gold pretty high because it's gonna take at least 100 gold to get to that castle age. As you can see here, I dropped down a blacksmith. I dropped down the market. The reason I built the market is because I don't really want to build archers because I'm facing a Chinese civ and Chinese have better archers than me. So I really don't want to do that. So the market benefits me more because I can sell certain products and make gold on it, or I can buy products. That's basically what you guys got to decide. Market's always good to build, but it's not always, you know, a mandatory must to build. And as you can see, I got a little villager delay here. That's because I'm trying to figure out what house I want to build and stuff. That way I can keep my my villager count going, guys. And as you can tell, right now I have basically 39 villagers right in the feudal age, and I have not gone up. And here soon I'll go up very soon. And as you guys can see, very effective way of maintaining my buildings. You know, I'm very fast about it. I'm being very smart about it. I'm you know, I'm just being smart. And as you can see, I drop a stable here. The reason I want to drop a stable here, guys, so that just in case, let's just say that they broke through somehow, I would have at least a backup, you know, unit. Kind of like, you know, if I had to build knights real fast, I could stop a night rush. But I would want to build spearmen. So that's just for safety. And plus, I think we get a bonus on speed. And if you are going to build the castle units, that's what I'm going to build. Of course, you guys probably already know this. You're probably sitting there like, why are you not telling us what you're gonna do? Basically, I'm gonna get that extra 10% speed. I think that's what it is. You get extra 10%. Either way, it makes your units faster than a cavalry. So I'm basically going to do that upgrade. Or I get my conquistadors to be faster. And this right here, I'm just using my scout a little bit farther. Scout out to see if I see a wall, and I do. I can tell this is double walled because you see the first wall right there. You can barely see this. So that's pretty huge for me, guys. You know, being able to see that and stuff. And as you can tell, I got a load of lumberjacks. I got right here 14 lumberjacks. You know, I'm just keep on building up the lumberjacks. And right over here, my castle age is taking a little while. And since I know I'm going to be attacking in the castle age and then eventually trying to finish them off before I get to imp, hopefully. Always my goal is always try to finish them off unless I feel that I need to push into the imp. And getting to imperial age or imp fights is really rough because it all comes down to who has the most. That's the biggest thing. Who has the most gold stockpile? Who collected the most gold? But it's not always about how many units you have. It's about who has the most gold. And that's where it really determines, because if you hold out long enough, the enemy player runs out of gold, they have to, GG it, they have to throw the game. Fortunately. As you see, I got scaled barding armor. That was basically a tech that benefits me in my cavalry units. I got bloodlines to get units an extra, little bit of health for cavalry if I wanted cavalry unit. That's always a good thing to have. Your scout gets a little bit more health. And I just reached the castle age, so guys, that means I have enough. Well, I mean, I have a ton of gold. I mean, I got 1,100 gold. I got 650 food. I'm pretty much. I could basically buy some food and go straight to imp if I really wanted to. Then I'm gonna drop a castle here. I'm gonna explain this, guys. You play BF or Black Forest if you want to call that. Like saying BF is short. But when you play Black Forest, always drop your castle a little bit back, in my opinion. That way it's more defensive and it's offensive at the same time. Because you get 8 range on the castle. Get an extra 1 each upgrade that you do archery. That gives you range. You get enough range that you can attack with within your walls. You're not too close so that if they bust down your walls they can automatic rams. Right, they bust through your walls, they got rams, or they petards to get through your walls, and they have rams right there. And also, it makes those trebuchets come even closer to you. So you want those trebuchets to be as close as possible to their walls. That way, if you need to use a range unit or a cannon unit, or if you have a sword guy that breaks through the wall, bam, you can bust that down. And so right now, I'm bringing over a couple more villagers because that outpost right there by the enemy, I'm pretty sure that just gave away my position. So they can see. And then I built another TC over here, guys. And you want to have at least 2, 3, maybe 4 TCs at least at most. That way you can get, I'm researching town watch that my visibility so I can see what they're doing over here. And also creating more villagers with my main TC. This TC is gonna pump out either villagers, tech upgrades, or do just whatever it needs. And another TC was beneficial too because it helps you maintain more villagers, and plus you can build farms around it, guys, and stuff. So these have 2, 3, 4 TC. Don't get too crazy with TC. A pocket player. That's in team games. This one you can't see. And I'm already going up the imp, guys. I have barely any food, but I have a ton of wood over here. I got a pot moly amount of gold. As you can see, I'm building conquistadors, guys. And in my opinion, play as the Spanish, always build conquistadors. They have 16 attack when they're regular, and they have 18. That is attack. 18 damage. They have a decent amount of health too. So I'm just gonna start pumping those. The reason I put them in my castle, guys, is that they can see, that outpost gives me away. They can see that I'm putting units in there, but they don't know what it is. It could just be petards. It could just be, anything. It could just be freaking villagers. They don't even know, and that's a big thing. And I built my siege workshop a little bit back. That way, this outpost can't give away my siege workshop. So then I'm gonna start pumping you out in my siege workshop. And building the second one, that way it can get even more siege workshop advantage on that. More rams, the better. And just one thing I always suggest when playing an Age of Empires, guys, always push your units side of the buildings. Every building has at least 10 cap on the side. The reason I say to do that is because when you put your units in a building, the enemy cannot tell what you have in there. Like, for say this, they don't know that I have a ram. They could think it's a scorpion, a Mega L. They don't know. That's always a huge. And as you can see, I expanded my farms. I got, a ton of farmers now. I got at least, 17 farmers, 16 lumberjacks. That's right there. I put more people on gold over here. So, and I still only have 3 stone miners. I'm not a big person who likes to go all out castle, unless it's absolutely necessary to go castle. If that's your primary goal, to go castle defense, go for it. And I'm pumping out even my food diminishing because I'm just pumping out the conquistadors. They're not a cheap unit to build at all, but they are so effective. And I built a monastery. I normally don't build a monastery, but I figured since the relic's right there, I might as well grab it, guys. Alrighty, and as you can see right here, guys, I already know I had an advantage when I was playing this game. See, I'm almost 1,000 in score ahead of them. I'm almost 1,000, so I'm pulling away. My eco is so higher than theirs. That means I must have either 1, way more villagers, or 2, I'm just pumping out the resources like a madman. That's the thing. You have to maintain a good eco. And as you can see, I'm building this another lumberjack here, lumberjack camp, because I'm going to delete this one and build another one right here. That way, my villagers can get wood faster. Faster I can get wood to my drop off station, faster I can build farms, and more effective I can build stuff. And I built another mill here because I realized, I don't have very much space. I kind of was dumb and put houses right here. I should have pushed them back a little bit. So I built a mill just to give me that extra little boost for, building a farm. Such. So you can see right here, guys, I masked my my four rams over here, and the reason I made him go this way, you guys didn't see that, I just deleted him. But I made them go around this way. That way that outpost can catch that. Oh well, he has, capped rams, and I upgraded those too. And yeah, I didn't want them to find out, so I have 16 When I realized I had 16 guys, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to build more conquistadors or petards. Knowing that if I built, it takes 2 petards to take down 1 stone wall. So if 2 petards take down 1 stone wall, all it takes is 4 petards and I'm through the stone wall. My conquistadors are in. That means my rams didn't even have to do it. I don't even have to waste time ramming down the walls. I'm in. And my ego is booming right now. I'm kind of doing a little mini boom, but it's not a huge boom. I have, at least a decent army. I have 16 cav archers, 1 cavalry, and 5 siege units. I'm not really huge on an army per se, but I do have a huge advantage in equalize and in score. And that's impressive because I'm playing somebody who's Chinese who should have the score bonus, without a doubt. I have no clue what he was doing on his side, guys. And I'm not going to show his side because I went back through and I watched the video and he didn't do too well. I'm not going to show what he did because this is bad representation. He didn't play very well. I don't know what he was playing. I really don't. But back to this, I see that I got tons of gold, guys. I'm an imp. I have 82 pop. I have 105, and I realized that I'm gonna go get some more gold. I'm gonna mine all the gold I can. That way I can get my gold up because these units are freaking expensive. And if I'm gonna get into a long build out war, I gotta have a good amount of gold, like mega fast. I'm just pumping out the vills, pumping out whatever's necessary to get me through this. And right now I only have 2 CCs boom. I should have really built a 3rd TC, but I'm feeling confident in the way I'm playing my game and the way my army's mounting up. I have 17, 18 conquistadors. I have 4 rams. I have 4 petards ready. I'm just flat out ready for anything, guys. Like even if they went for a full scale attack again. So I got this little mining camp over here built. If I really wanted to, I could have probably upgraded. I don't know if Spanish have it for sure, but if you have a civ that can just bust through wood, bust through right there, sneak around and hit him from the back. So, and he realizing that he knows that I probably have petards or something, I might have spotted them with the outpost. He could have, but he upgraded the fortified walls to slow me down. With fortified walls, if you're going to use petards, it usually takes sometimes anywhere from 3 to 4. I always bank on 4, guys. Sometimes it takes 3. It just depends. And then right now, the reason I started building trebs, guys, is I have 17 conquistadors the outside. So I basically have an army of 20 conquistadors. Huge. I should already be attacking. The reason I built trebuchets, so that if he puts trebuchets right here, I can counter react his trebuchets from destroying my cancel. And also with trebuchets, they can deal with castles. Very effective. So that was a big factor for me playing against this type of enemy, or any AOE, is that you want to have, you want to think about how can they deny me. And I just upgraded the Boken. I have 10. Right there shows that I can attack all the way over to here, guys. All the way over to here. That means my castle can attack far beyond his walls. That's with 10 range. That's huge. I got more villagers being built here. I'm just idle ones. That's probably because I'm deciding whether I want to build farmers or not. So if you wonder why I have that, guys, probably because I'm deciding that. I have, a decent amount of guys on wood and gold. 25 farmers, 22 lumberjacks, 14 gold miners, and 2 builders, 3 idle villagers. You want to keep the idle villagers down to a minimum. I would say no less than 5. I want to at least keep it between 3. But it happens, just hit period. It'll show you all the villas. And hotkeys are a big thing, guys. Create a set of hotkeys that are best for you and learn them and know them by heart. I use the default hotkeys because that's what I've always played with. That was a huge thing for me. That I play with default hotkeys. I don't use hotkeys. Saying it like I'm a British person, hotkeys. But yeah, I just use the default hotkeys. So you can see here, guys, I'm deleting my wall. I realized that trebuchet's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill my castle, and I don't want that. A ton of stone for that castle. And now I'm attacking against this wall, guys, and realizing, I'm almost through. 2 trebuchets. I have two trebuchets. They're trebuchets. He's also attacking my trebuchets as well. So I built a second castle, that way it can give me defense. He built an outpost right here. That outpost being very effective against me because it will show him, oh wait, he's got a freaking castle right here. I'm using my conquistadors right here to attack this. You gotta be very careful, guys, when attacking trebuchets when they have long range, because they can kill you really badly. They can kill your units. They can kill whether it be regular trebuchets or whether it be your castles. You can see I got a couple conquistadors trying to attack right here. Do at least 6 damage, so that's pretty decent, but it would be more effective if I had knights in there. And unfortunately, they killed both of my trebuchets because it's, you know, it's a 3 against 2. And right now I lose, as you can tell in that, trebuchets can attack units if they stand still. So I started moving my units around, getting them out of the way because I just lost gold, I just lost, you know, a lot of things. So I'm using my petards to get the final, you know, break on the walls. Petards are very effective for getting through walls very fast. I recommend them over rams because they just do the job so much better. And at this point I realize it's not even worth wasting the stone to save that castle. I'm just like, let it die. I move my conquistadors in here and I destroy the remaining trebuchets. He didn't even build protection. That's the main thing, guys. If you're going to build trebuchets, 2 in wood, 2 in gold. They're very expensive. As you can see here, I micro all my units together. Make sure you grab all your units and attack 1 target at a time. Effectively taking down 1 target at a time is very huge in Age of Empires. Do that, and as you can see, I'm just leaving my eco. Like, you know, everything's running perfectly fine over here. I've got tons of gold, I got tons of food. Realizing that I found 2 castles, guys, I'm gonna pull back. And I'm just gonna let my rams do the job, guys. They're basically, you know, take a lot of arrows, and facing against that is, you know, very effective. So I'm using these rams. I'm gonna pound down these castle walls. I mean, castle walls. Might as well say castle walls. I'm gonna pound down these castles. But I'm using my conquistadors to take out these Chukanus, and now he has no army. And I'm gonna pull them back because I realized that the castle is attacking my unit, and I don't want that. And I lost 2 units now. Third one. And this castle's slowly coming down, ever so softly. So I have that. I have all these villagers. I have them, you know, either jumping on stone, jumping on gold and stuff. I have 1,000 food. The resources are through the ceiling. So basically, what I'm doing right here, guys, as you can see, I'm effectively using. I see that he's building the 3rd castle. So I'm like, oh great, castle did. I'm using these rams as a distraction. As you can see, guys, I killed 3, maybe 5, 6 Chuganus. I lost 4 rams. They took all the damage. I lost maybe 3 of my conquistadors, but they took all the damage, and I was able to pick off valuable units that he built himself. To realize this, I'm gonna pull back to my walls, you know, very slowly. I'm gonna wait for basically wait for trebuchet support, because I'm not gonna be able to take down these castles with rams with that many, with being that many castles, and there's buildings right there. It would take me a while. I could do it, but trebuchets are so much faster and they attack from long range. So I can stay back with my conquistadors and attack long range with trebuchets. Something you need to think whether you want to do a combination of both or just one. As you can see, my eco, I'm just leaving it as is. Building extra houses just in case I need to do something over here. I'm mining all my stone, mining all my gold I have left. I still have 1 gold pit over here that I haven't touched. I still have this one that I just started on that still has a lot of gold left. So right now I'm mounting up for another attack. I'm using my conquistadors to stay back, and I'm gonna attack with trebuchets. And now I'm gonna aim for these stables, because I realize that, you know, I need to take down these stables because they're building camels, and I don't know why. Don't ask me why he built camels. I have no clue. These Chukanus are, he upgraded these Chukanus very well, but I'm gonna micro my units, my conquistadors around, dodge some of the arrows of those Chukanus. I'm gonna pick off his units, his melee units, because I need to get rid of those first. These are the most effective units I need to get rid of. They can destroy my trebuchets faster than a Chukanu. And then now I'm using 3 more rams as a distraction. He pulls his units back because he realizes if he loses any of those castles, he's in trouble. So he's gonna attack those. I'm gonna use my conquistadors to pick off his 2 remaining units. He's building bombard towers. BMTs, as I call them, or bombard towers, are very effective against units. They're pretty much almost one shot, one kill. They got so much attack, effective, but using them against rams don't do much damage per se. Now I'm using my trebuchets and my capped rams to take down the bombard towers and to take down the castles. And once again, I'm probably going to lose both of my capped rams, but losing a little bit of capped rams compared to losing units is huge. So now I'm going to be able to take down this other one. And I'm also working on that stable because I don't want any more heavy camels coming out. Just upgraded this, so I'm just like, nope, not getting any more heavy camels. I don't want any unit production against me. Right now I have a good amount of conquistadors. I have at least 27 conks, fully, you know, with elite conquistadors. They're, might as well say, fully upgraded. They got 90 health. They got 18 attack. I don't know what, you know, that's going to be really hard to counter. They're just such effective unit, especially when they can ride on horses. If you have a unit that can run away and attack with 18 health, with 18 attack, that's huge. And it don't matter, you know, if he has no canoes. Canoes are very effective, but they have to get very close, which sucks, and they have very little health. So my units are just basically going to 1-2 shot them if necessary. And as you can see, I'm not going to send my 3 capped rams that way because I realized, well, he's going to be expecting that. So I'm just going to send him this way, pull these guys over to get that bombard attention. I'm going to take this one, move him out a little bit more, but I can hopefully attract the attention of that castle so that I can pick off these units, all the towers and everything distracted towards that. This is what you want to use rams as, guys. They are meant to be distraction. They're meant to do huge damage, but use them as a distraction. Use them as basically a body bag. Like, they're just gonna take the hits. Yeah, they cost a little bit. But would you rather lose a bunch of conquistadors to castles, or would you rather use one capped ram? And I had this monk here. I just built him just to heal units, just in case, you know, I want to sit back and just pound the living tar out of an enemy with trebuchets. As you can see back here, guys, I have my eco. I'm still just not giving a care. I'm making walk not very effective, but at this point I have 4,255 gold. I'm pretty much knowing that this enemy is not going to be able to make more units. He's pretty much just going to let me take down his castle. That's his only primary defense, and right there it is, guys, a GG from him. And this is basically what I was facing, guys. Yeah, I had no mining camp over here. He was relying off of the docks for food, which is not a bad resource, but personally farms would be better. He was mapping out the area with outposts, making sure that I wasn't going to break through where they could have laid down a tower here, be a jerk, and, you know, forced him off that gold pile. And he had, you know, he had his villagers over here, you know, mining, getting farms over here. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Chopped a lot of that wood out, but he built 3 together. I don't know why, guys. I just don't know why he built what he did. But after he realized that I was gonna bust through that castle with those rams, that I was going to bust through that castle with the trebuchets, my conquistadors were just run all over them and just pick off their village. So guys, that's my very first win in AOE online using Vubly. Highly recommend it. Vubly is free to use, but you have to own the game of Age of Empires. If you guys want to play with me or send me a friend request, JMore21, hit me up, guys. Right now I'm 1-1. I have 1191 or 1190 in my rating. I'm working my way up. Hopefully I'm gonna improve myself to be way better, and hopefully I can bring you guys a good quality of sourcing and gaming. I stream on Twitch. Come by, stop by, follow, hit that follow button. You'll get kudos, you'll get the funds. You'll be able to see me when I stream, and I'll see you in the next game, guys. Have a great one. For watching, appreciate it, guys. A lot to me.